2023 was one of the best years that this channel has ever seen. Not only did I cover a wide array of exciting news, but I made a handful of successful and fulfilling videos and saw countless rare, interesting, and unique trains. Today we'll review my top 5 favorite railfanning catches of 2023, as well as my 5 favorite videos from the past year. Let's go! Number 5. MARC HHP-8s. Let me start by saying, this list is meant to be my favorite trains I saw, not necessarily the rarest. No train on this list is a better example of this than MARC's HHP-8s. In April, I took a trip to Washington, D.C., and my biggest goal was to see one of MARC's 6 remaining HHP-8 electric locomotives. Not only is the HHP-8 one of my favorite locomotives of all time, but you have to hunt them, as they only run on a few MARC Penn line trains every day. Only seen a few times a day during rush hour, the HHP-8s, or hippos as they're called, can pull commuter trains at speeds up to 125 miles per hour, making MARC America's fastest commuter rail. In one rush hour, I was lucky enough to see 2 of these engines on express trains, in addition to Amtrak's Veterans Unit and a rare coal train under the wires. The HHP-8s are infamous for being plagued with mechanical issues, and I'm honestly surprised how long they've lasted on MARC. If I had to guess, I'd say they only have a few years left. Number 4. Penn State Locomotive Delivery. This is by no means an advertisement for any school, but Penn State is the only university in the United States to offer a rail transportation engineering degree, and not only is this unique program one of the best ways to get an engineering job on the railroad, but it's also one of the best ways to get hands-on experience working on locomotives as a college student. In 2019, Norfolk Southern, a longtime supporter and sponsor of Penn State's RTE program, donated a retired SD60i locomotive. Over the next few years, it was stored in Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania, serving as a hands-on lab for students, but in 2023, it received a much-needed blue and white Penn State paint job. In October of 2023, after nearly 4 years in Hollidaysburg, the freshly repainted SD60 was moved to the Railroaders Museum in downtown Altoona. Not only was this PSU 2020's first time moving in this new paint, but probably its last time, as the Railroaders Museum is its new home. Number 3. Assembling MBTA's wire train. In the summer of 2023, the MBTA began a major infrastructure project, moving fiber optic wires from trackside poles to underground conduits across its entire 400-mile network. Installing wire at a rate of less than a mile per hour, this project was set to be a multi-year undertaking, and as such a project, the MBTA had to acquire dedicated equipment to run the wire train. In late June, the MBTA took delivery of 2 leased GP40-based engines. This is an out-of-service train set pulling these 2 freight locomotives into Boston, an operation which I've never seen before. Just under a month after the engines arrived, a caboose showed up on the MBTA, this time being pulled by a Mastot GP40MC. This train was later assembled, consisting of the 2 PNLX locomotives, a few fiber-optic wire cars, and a caboose shoving platform. Since the summer, the wire train began burying fiber optics underground on the Fitchburg line, and after multiple months of work, this one line is still in progress. Safe to say the wire train will be sticking around for quite some time on the MBTA. Number 2. CSX Technical Research Special. In April, a very unique CSX train visited Massachusetts in the form of a technical research special. Consisting of 2 executive F-40s bookending a passenger car, the special came all the way up from CSX's headquarters in Jacksonville to test newly installed Axis PTC systems. After one unsuccessful night waiting for this train, and then a 6-hour wait on the second night, I finally saw this rare move around 3 a.m. on the outskirts of Worcester, Massachusetts. Though I spent hours waiting to see this special, I had a great time with friends, and it was definitely pretty cool to see these CSX F-40s in Massachusetts. For those who missed this train, in 2024 these 2 engines will most likely return to Mass with the Office Car Special, which will tour CSX executives across the Pan Am Railways, a regional railroad recently purchased by CSX. Honorable mentions. Before we get to my favorite train of the year, let's take a look at a few honorable mentions that didn't quite make the cut. Shortly before going away for college, I wanted to chase one of the most unique railroads in New England, the Fore River. Operating on a short industrial spur in Quincy, Massachusetts, in addition to a portion of the MBTA Greenbush line, this obscure railroad exists entirely just to serve a few small customers along the Weymouth Fore River. Not only did the timing of this chase work absolutely flawlessly, but I was able to shoot one of the railroad's vintage GE-7 locomotives. After moving to Pennsylvania for college, I got a bit of a change in surroundings, moving from the busy MBTA Worcester line to the rural NS Pittsburgh line. Of the many trains I've seen over my months here, My favorite has been the NS Safety Train, a bright red train dedicated to training first responders on railroad equipment. I was even lucky enough to see both of the safety train's dedicated locomotives, an SD60E and a GP38. Number 1. Dr. Yellow. This year, I got to travel to Japan, and it was not only my favorite trip of the year, but home to the coolest train I saw in 2023. This is Dr. Yellow, a dedicated inspection train used on the Tokaido Shinkansen, the most iconic high-speed rail line in the world. In Japan, Dr. Yellow is not only a fan favorite, but a cultural icon. Believe it or not, it's not hard to find Dr. Yellow toys, clothing, and other merch in big Japanese train stations, in addition to countless rail fans and regular people watching it at any train station along the line. This inspection train makes just a few runs every month, and its schedule is not made public. This makes this catch double lucky for me, as I was only in Japan for a week. Now let's get into my top 3 favorite videos I made this year. Number 3 documented 2 short-line railroads in New England. As I mentioned before, the video included footage of the Fore River, which was some of the most fun I've had chasing trains all year. Additionally, it featured the New Hampshire North Coast, which I chased with some friends I've known since middle school. This video was a bittersweet ending to my time in Massachusetts, as all this footage was taken just a few weeks before I moved to Pennsylvania for college. Next up was my second favorite video of the year, a recent one, the return of my news series. In September, when I started college, I had to scale back my content creation on YouTube to prioritize schoolwork. After nearly 3 months of little to no content, I debuted Railroad Quarterly, the replacement of This Month on the Railroad, my news series. I was honestly a little bit worried that most of my fanbase had moved on from my channel, but when I uploaded this video, I was welcomed back with countless comments and more than 20,000 views in the first 3 days. I'm not going to say that views are everything to me, but it really is gratifying to see that people missed my videos. Finally, my favorite video of the year was the Shinkansen documentary. As I said before, views definitely aren't everything to me, because my most rewarding video that I made all year did considerably worse than most of my content. For more than 3 months, between my Japan trip in February and the video being uploaded in June, I worked to make a comprehensive video covering what I believe to be the most important and influential train in the world, Japan's Shinkansen high-speed rail. This video featured original artwork, footage, and even a specially compiled soundtrack that flowed with the story. Although right now the video only has around 10,000 views, I had a great time making this documentary, and it's by far the most effort I've ever put into one singular video. Definitely give it a watch if you haven't yet. Anyway, enough of me yapping about my Shinkansen video. What videos of mine did you like this year? What content would you like to see more of in the future? Let me know in the comments, and as usual, thanks for watching.